Hi, my friends. Welcome to the About Me section. All I'm going to do here is talk to you briefly about my story, talk to you about what network marketing means to me, why I do it, why I enjoy it, why I've been so successful in it, and kind of share with you this story, and hopefully this story relates to you a little bit. Just to be brief, I've been doing this for about 7 years. I've been in the industry. I started back when I was about 17, 18 years old. As of right now, I'm 26 years old. I just turned 26. So I'm still relatively young. I started back then. I always thought it would be cool. Always thought it would be great to make money online. I always kind of looked online briefly. I never understood it, but I see everybody on there saying they're making, $2 million, every couple months and this and that. Obviously, as I grew, I realized how not real a lot of that was. But the main thing was I always had the entrepreneurial bug in me, and I always wanted to build it, always wanted to get there, always wanted to figure out how to do it. So I was about 18 years old. I was a manager at a car dealership, and I was doing some promotions for a nightclub. Actually, then I started to get involved. I'm going to keep this kind of brief, but the more we talk, and we'll get into my story more on a personal level and your story. But about 18 years old, managing a car dealership and doing promotions in a nightclub. And what happened was I started to delve into the online world, and I just made the decision, okay, I'm going to do this and be good and be successful. Long story short, I'm definitely going to keep this brief. The first thing I did, I lost about $1,000. The second thing I did, I lost a couple $100. And the third thing I did was I bought leads for a business I got into where I lost $5,000. I joined a business. And just to tell you, just to kind of relate this to Zango, obviously my network marketing company of choice, but just to let you know, be careful about companies out there too, because I was a I was a newbie, and I was believing every millionaire, you're going to be a billionaire, and this and that I heard. I joined this company. I joined at you had to buy in at a certain level, which, if that's even the case, I wouldn't even get involved in the company, to tell you the truth. But I had to buy in at a certain level, which was about $3,000 to buy in and get all your marketing and training, which is just a website and some documents. It's really nothing. And to go through all the training, get through it all. Then at the end of the training, they tell you, okay, now you need to pay for leads. And obviously a lead is just a person that would be interested in the business that might join. You have to pay for leads. Get this though, for 40 leads, it was somewhere around $2,000 or $3,000 again. And there's people on there saying they do it and they're so successful. How do you become successful when you have to spend $3,000 a week just to get people in your business? It doesn't make any sense. The benefit though is I was mad I lost the money, and I'm not the type of person that will go back and argue over refunds and this and that, because 9 times out of 10 you go through more stress than the company, and the company might give you back a little bit, not a lot. So whatever. I took the loss. I was angry. I was furious at myself, but I kind of stepped out and looked at the situation, and that's when it hit me. So I got kind of lucky. I only lost like six or $7 grand and realized this. I got lucky to realize, wait a minute now, they're charging for 40 leads. So then I went into, okay, what exactly is a lead? Well, how do you get a lead? How do these people get leads? Where does this come from? So I started to kind of delve backwards in the system. This is everything I now train everybody in on this website for free. On other sites, it's paid membership. But on this website for free, in getting leads and building leads, all the home business world is, after all my years, it's traffic and conversion. That's really all it is. And building the right relationships and branding yourself the right way. So I kind of delved into that, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. How do you get leads? That's the key. I obviously quit the company I was with. I'm not going to stay with that company anymore, because I'm not going to spend $10,000 just to have hope of signing some people up and making some money. None of it's relevant. And the company's still around somehow. I honestly don't know. And I'm sure they're ripping people off left and right again. But that's when it kind of hit me. That's when it kind of took me by storm. Again, though, I wasn't a miracle worker at this point, and I figured out the whole world, the whole system. I still went through, I went through about another year or two of just intense training, intense learning. I didn't want to join another company because I was very hesitant on it, because I didn't want to waste my money and spend my money again, just to be hit and smacked again with another $5,000 loss. So I learned a lot. I grew, I cultivated a lot of information. I found myself a great mentor, someone who knew the industry from a little different end, but he knew it from web design and from graphic design and from optimizing a website. So that's when I got into search engine optimization. And then I learned about personal branding. And then I learned about building relationships and you see how it kind of builds and builds and builds. And unfortunately, there was no training program like I have built out back then to learn all this stuff. So it was all trial and error and kind of figuring out this and that and tweaking this and that, and a lot of stress, a lot of agony, but also a lot of rewards and a lot of feeling good about yourself once you get to this certain point. Not to bore you too much, so fast forward a little bit. Obviously spent a lot more money on training, which was good stuff. Learned a lot more good stuff. Made a couple little mistakes here and there. I did go off and buy leads, and I bought programs for 10,000 leads. Let me tell you, not one single person did I sign into a business by any lead I ever purchased in my life. That's why I'm so adamant against you doing it, against you going out there and doing it. And any story I tell you is going to relate to you and give you some useful information out of it. Don't buy leads. Promise you that. Unless there's a program I find and I'll recommend it to you that might be laser targeted, but most programs aren't, and most programs can't do it. Can't do what you want to do for your specific niche market you're going after. So I did do that, though. I made some mistakes, but the urge was getting to me. Will it work? Everyone's saying it works. Obviously didn't work. And I was 3 years in and knew a lot, and I still had the urge to do it, unfortunately. But fast forward. So just up to about 2 years ago, I really started getting into heavy with network marketing. I obviously got into the company I'm with now, with Zango, a great company. I researched for a while, though. I researched for about 2 weeks. That doesn't seem like a lot to you, but to me, I do this full time. Those are 2 weeks of about 8 to 10 hour days. So I was researching. I had charts and graphs, and I can show you all this sometime. Charts and graphs of everything, of the payout, of the commission breakdown, of the company structure, how long have they been around, do I think they're going to go out of business, because a lot of these companies go out of business. That's another thing you have to be really wary about, and I'll do more videos on this, but are they going to go out of business? Where are they set to grow? Are they set to double? Are they a multi-million-dollar company, a billion-dollar company? All kinds of different things. How much competition is there? How much can I? How much of an impact can I have if I go into this? And I really did my research. I found Zango. Love Zango. Great company. Again, I'm not going to get into that too much, but I also started building my own training platforms and building my own products. And I have products I sell too. And I have some paid membership sites. I have a brand new one being released, very cheaper than anybody out there, very low cost. And obviously I'm going to share that with everybody here in this community. But I started to develop my own products, my own trainings, and my own systems. And then I started to take that, and then I learned the principle of what I preach now: give before you receive. And when I learned that, it really just exploded me to a whole nother level. And now I give a lot of training to everybody first. And I don't ask for anything in return. I just ask that you look at it, you learn it, you decide for yourself if it's right for you. Because I learned one other thing, and take this lesson too before we go. Don't push anything on anybody, because if somebody wants something, your only job is just to present it to them. Let them make the decision. You being in their ear and bickering and saying, "Oh, it's going to be great, you're going to do this," it's only going to shut them down and turn them off more. If they want it, they're going to want it. They're going to buy you, and then they're going to buy the company and what you're doing. So don't push it on everybody too much. But the whole point of this, the whole moral of this About Me section is stay motivated, do what you want to do. I obviously did other things too. I actually owned a nightclub, a restaurant, and there's so many other stories I can tell you about. But do what you want to do and stay motivated on the path, because you will get there. I mean, it only took me I've been in the industry for a while, but really it took me about 3 years to get to where I am now, in all honesty. Stay the path. Follow your dreams. Do what you want to do. Don't let anyone tell you out there you can't do it. I had everyone in my life telling me I couldn't do it. I'm the only one. I was like the outcast for so long, and now the tables have turned. Now everybody wants to do what I'm doing and wants to learn it. Even people in my close, friends, business, family, everybody wants to do what I'm doing now. So think of it that way, and just do what you want to do. Life's too short to not do what you want to do and not be who you are. But that's about it for this video. I will see you on the page, and share your story here too. So good to talk with you. I'll see you on the page.